contestants. Kerry Ward, The Twisted Evolution of Fun. The Twisted Evolution of Fun, Kerry Ward.
What I have actually just demonstrated for you guys is a critical life tool. And I'll explain as we go on here. How many of you guys actually like to have fun? Raise your hand. Woo! Good. If you don't like to have fun, raise your hand. Okay, that's fairly common. I'm going to give you an example of fun. I'll define the word fun. Fun, by nature, has to have some element of risk or uncertainty. Fun also almost always has some kind of creativity attached to it. And I'll give you an example. I go running regularly with this group of guys from ICBC who ordinarily are not the most thrilling of characters, but they run well, and I run with them every day. When the Olympic torch was in town, how many people saw the Olympic torch? Raise your hand. Good bit. Pretty cool event, right? It was coming into North Vancouver that day, and I had brought home a little fake torch. And just before they came by, I went and grabbed it, and I went, oh, I forgot my torch. I went out and I grabbed it, and I brought it out, and I said, come on guys, we're going to run with a fake torch today. We're going to have a faux Olympic torch parade. And they're kind of sitting a distance from me. They weren't sure. They thought I was kind of wacky. So I went out running proudly around with this torch, and I'd say things like, make way for the Olympic torch, off we go, coming through, anybody know where the BC place? I would say that, and eventually cars started honking at us, people were shouting out of their windows. By the end of the run, everybody was fighting to carry the torch, going along the main street instead of the side street. We had a blast. That's an example of fun. Fun, or galumphing, as the case may be, is of supreme evolutionary value. It's a behavior demonstrated by almost every highly evolved species, even humans. So fun evolves over our lifetime, and it changes at certain milestones or benchmarks. And I'm going to bypass the whole toddler, 3-year-old, Paula, wherever you are. Kids at that age, not independent. Just take all kinds of attention. At about 5, when they enter the big K, kindergarten, they enter into their primary education, kids naturally have fun. It's something they just do. Anything can be a game. Lock them in a room with a piece of string. They're going to have fun. Adults, not so much. So, kids, when they have fun, they'll do something like this. Woo, woo, woo. That's what they do. It just comes natural. You follow them how they walk. It's crazy. Adults don't walk like that. Then they enter the second phase, which I would call their secondary education, from the age of roughly 13 to 18. And they're in school, and suddenly, fun changes. We start to learn that standing out or looking silly might not be so cool. So you have 2 different camps at this age. Those people who stand out intentionally, the goths, the people who are kind of the socially isolated people. So they're woo, kind of look like this, like, woo. They're not impressed. And then you get the ones who are trying to fit in and work, right, with the crowd, along so that they can become normal, contributing adults, and their sense of fun looks like this. Woo! Kind of fun, but not quite there. Then, we reach another milestone. 19 years old. You go out, and what do? 19 years old. Yeah, that's right. You go out, and you go to play. That's my birthday! Oh, thing! And then suddenly, fun, the complexion changes again. When you're in your advanced education, or that stage of life, you're, let's say, 19 to 25, it changes again completely. What do they do to have fun? There's a word for it. It starts with P. fun. I'm going to get some party. So I'm going to get some social lubricant, some liquid courage so I can do these things. And that's all well and good until you decide I'm going to become a responsible, mature adult. Yeah! Isn't that awesome? Fun at this stage looks like this. Can't quite let it out. I ask people, what do you do to have fun? They're fun handicapped. They're fundicapped. And you don't even get a parking pass if you're fundicapped. It's terrible. So, Craig Ferguson, late night talk show host, got stuck in this partying phase. He's an alcoholic. When he came, he got this position. I read his biography recently. He stopped cold turkey. Went out with a guy named Peter Cook. They were filming something in Portugal. And they decided they're going out on a bender. He didn't drink, he didn't do anything. And a bender means getting on the ferry, going to Africa, going on the beach, painting the town red, doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And it was happening all around him. At the end, Craig had clearly had a really good time. And Peter had been watching him the whole time. And he came up and he said, Craig, I noticed that you didn't drink. I said, no. You didn't do any drugs? He said, no, I didn't. But you had a good time. I said, yeah, I did. He said, how did you do that? And it's poignant because Craig said he didn't really answer him in that moment. But several months later, Peter Cook had died of alcoholism, basically. And he felt that hurt. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to extend an invitation to you right now. Please stand up. Please stand up, stand up. You can, with me, practice this tool of woo. Right now, I invite you to share with me a life-affirming, enthusiastic embrace of fun by going woo. 1,